Hello everybody, can you believe it has been 80 years of fun toys, games, some really cool concepts, some not so successful, even video games created by the company that Hot Wheels as a brand is part of, 80 years of Mattel. Hot Wheels is celebrating it with some interesting multipacks, and today we're going to have fun opening the Replay the Classics Zamac 7-pack. The same book cover type packaging, it has some really cool cars and you probably know all of them. The box is colorful and fun and it represents the castings really well. The best way to start the set is with one of the most known castings, one with a huge history with Hot Wheels, the 1967 Camaro. Designed by Larry Wood, this Camaro is one of the last castings that kept an opening feature in the main lines, also one of the few that had metal base, metal body. The opening part was the hood and it lost it somewhere in 2014-2015. It has been part of many segments: premium, basic, RLC, color shifters, and regular treasure hunts and super treasure hunts. It looks very good, I enjoy the casting and this is a very fun variation of it. It's not full of details, but this is not a premium set, so this should be expected. This version came with that paint chip on the rim, but other than that it has some engine details, lights in the back, the 80 years and Camaro logos on the sides, as well as the side exhaust. If these are considered classics, they must be older than 30 years or so, probably cars driven by our parents, although the castings that were released by Hot Wheels might not be so old when it comes to the years they were introduced. Designed by the same Larry Wood, this Hot Bird was released in 1978 in the Flying Colors series that had those huge black walls wheels. This Firebird also suffered a retool somewhere in 2006, and I guess people at Mattel need to improve on many of the old castings or just bring them up to date with the current representation of them. They might also just want to bring the costs down or remake them because the technology helped them make better versions. A very cool American classic, part of many series, regular treasure hunts, super treasure hunts, and it even had an opening hood in a retro entertainment set in 2014. All the cars have the same Zamac bodies, and in the details department this Pontiac is looking very good. Lights front, back, the iconic red Firebird on the hood, and the same 80 years of Mattel logo on the sides. A nice touch is also the modern muscle 5 spokes with the red lines on the rims. I'm not sure if there are collectors who purchased these and kept them in the packaging, because the main idea with the multipacks in general is to actually open them and enjoy the castings out of the packaging, not to mention that the value would probably not go as high, at least not compared to the single cards. Another very known casting, especially for American diecast collectors, is the Bel Air Gasser, a casting released in 2013 designed by Brendan Vetosky, one that was actually based on his own real version of the Gasser. It was part of mainlines, premium series and super treasure hunts, but it's mostly known for its exclusive releases in RLC, with some really cool but very expensive variations. It has details front, back, the huge engine sticking out in the front, although not too many details on it, and some extra liveries and logos on the sides. It was really hard to have a classic themed multipack and not include the Volkswagen Beetle, a loved German car with a huge history in our culture, and this set has the 1956 custom drag version. Designed by Phil Reilman, released in 2011, the year I started collecting, in the first premium series I saw from Hot Wheels, one that I still search for to this day. It looks very good, a fun casting, one that has a lot of details for a set like this. I'm glad Hot Wheels designers look back and bring some forgotten castings, because this Beetle was last time used in 2014. It had only premium or semi-premium releases like the Cool Classics series. It has the full details treatment, lights, back, front, metal chassis, metal body, huge spoiler in the back, also there the drag bar and the body that can be raised revealing the engine. Just like with the 67 Camaro before, you can't see the castings like this in basic series, but I guess with the anniversary sets they don't hold back. The focus so far was on the American cars. We had a German classic, and now we have what it might be the first Japanese supercar, the classic Toyota 2000 GT. Designed by Yoon Imai, this Toyota was released in 2013 in the Hot Wheels Basics, but it's a car of the late 60s, sold mostly in Japan. It doesn't have that many variations, although it did make its way into RLC and a few premium series, as well as a super treasure hunt in its first year. It's very fun to see it in a Zamac body, so detailed, lights, side front mirrors, logos on the sides and hood, as well as the dual exhaust pipes on the back. I think the Supra was based on this, so this was the entry into the supercar segment for Toyota. They tried, they made a good job, and the rest is history. Not a casting I personally collect, but it's very interesting to learn about it, about its history, and understand why it's a classic. Not all castings in today's multipack are old releases. This is the most recent one, and I doubt there are collectors upset about this because we have the most known German car manufacturer, Porsche, with the 935 model. Designed by the late Ryo Asada, released in 2021 in the mainlines, it quickly became a favorite among collectors. It doesn't even have that many variations so far, a few premium series, and probably the most important, or the most expensive, the 2022 Toy Fair release. In this set though, it's probably the best looking out of all, with all the side liveries, the red line in the middle, huge spoiler in the back with the Porsche text, air vents, exhaust pipe, lights back, front, Porsche logo, and the same modern muscle 5-spokes wheels in red. I don't think I should get that excited for a multipack, but this is a really fun and enjoyable one. I thought American cars are the focus of the set, but it's actually a German-American theme with a JDM spice for added taste. While it might not be the most known model from Mercedes or the most iconic, this 300 SL was one of the fastest cars of its time, also competing in different types of races. Designed by Mason Chung, this Mercedes-Benz is also known as the Gullwing, a nickname won thanks to the upwards opening doors style. It has been released in 2020 and it has been part of both mainlines and premium series. It's a very good replica of the real car. Lights back front, logos on the side, Mercedes logos back front, and the same type of mirrors as the previous Toyota 2000 GT. Probably the best casting that could be called a classic, especially if you analyze its appearance compared to the other castings of the set. A very fun, interesting and full of history set from Hot Wheels, celebrating 80 years of Mattel with classic cars from different eras. Another nice detail is the Hot Wheels logo used on the packaging, because it's a logo used long ago, from 1973 until 1990. I hope you enjoyed this multipack unboxing. Subscribe if you want to see more Hot Wheels videos in the future. Have fun, enjoy the hobby, and have a great rest of your day.